Hay justicia en la luz, pero hay que ser paciente. Vamos, reza conmigo. Que Akarat me guíe y me proteja.
Que Akarat me guíe y me proteja.
Que guarde mi alma.
Que guarde mi alma.
Y le conceda perdón.
Y le conceda perdón.
¿Qué estás haciendo aquí? No, es el momento.
Quiero confesarme. Porque he pecado. Era una ladrona que robaba a los más afortunados. Me alejé de la luz y hallé mi vocación en las sombras. Lo llaman asesinato. Yo lo llamo trabajo bien hecho.
¡Para! ¡Para! ¡Basta!
Soy una ladrona, una hereje, una asesina, padre. ¿Me salvará Akarat?
Te burlas de la luz. Pero esos monstruos eran una plaga para mi rebaño. ¿Y tú? Tú has respondido a sus plegarias.
De acuerdo, entonces. Estás en deuda conmigo.
El nombre que buscas es... Eres una bendición de los cielos.
Cielos. Créeme, padre. No me han enviado los cielos.
The sound of that ear getting pierced by the hook is so brutal. I feel like it's going to haunt me for a long time. I've been a huge fan of the rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries in Diablo II's Rogue Encampment served as a great bridge between the games. With the setting of Diablo IV being a larger world than we've ever played in before, we're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look like. The mantra for Diablo IV has been customization first, and the rogue takes this to a whole new level. From the beginning, the rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any situation. Our goal is to let you create the kind of rogue that you want to play. Whether it's an unrivaled archer modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum, in Diablo IV, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine. by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today, where I'll be joined by other members of the Diablo IV team to share a closer look at the rogue class, as well as some of the open world gameplay that we're bringing to the game. Spoilers, those severed ears are not just for show. But Diablo IV is not the only Diablo game we're talking about today. If you're looking for an authentic Diablo experience on mobile, we've got you covered. Diablo Immortal has everything you'd expect from a AAA action RPG. From the visceral combat and epic loot to an all-new story, bridging the gap between the events of Diablo II and Diablo III. Later today, you can join the Immortal team where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned from their recent alpha test and what's next for the game. But that's still not all. We have one last bit of very exciting Diablo news to cover. When you hear us talk about the classes, the items, or the stories of the early Diablo games, you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo. Maybe you share that love of the classics, and just hearing us talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time. Or maybe even for the first time. After all, some of our favorite moments happened a long time ago, and not just in Sanctuary years. If so, we have a special surprise for you today. Let's check it out.
¿Cómo es que no fue culpa tuya? El vagabundo. Ya sabes lo que busco,
Eran esos los demonios de mi sueño.
Inaceptable.
Mira lo que han hecho. Diablo, la puerta está lista.
Aunque esta puede ser nuestra hora más tenebrosa, también puede ser tu momento de mayor gloria.
Ni siquiera la muerte puede librarte de mí.
After more than 20 years, the Dark Wanderer has returned. And once again, he travels east. Always east. Diablo II is a landmark game for Blizzard. Diablo II Resurrected is a full HD remaster of both the original game and the expansion, Lord of Destruction. It takes the 2D sprite-based classic that we love and brings it into the present in 3D, utilizing up-to-date graphical rendering and lighting technologies. It also includes modernizing all 27 minutes of cinematics, recreated shot for shot with the explicit intention of preserving both the look and the pacing of the original movies. Blizzard has a long history of games that we're proud of. And when we think about Diablo II, we think about it as a definitive pillar in our foundation. Now, it's funny to think that some of you weren't even born when D2 was released, which makes it all the more important that we deliver an authentic experience wherever you play. We want everyone to relive their memories or experience the game for the very first time on their platform of choice. And so we're excited to bring Diablo II Resurrected to PC and console, along with cross-progression. And for those of you who are in love with the original and you just wish it worked more seamlessly on modern computers, you can bring back all of that nostalgia exactly as you remember and enjoy the game in its original 2D form, much like we did with StarCraft Remastered. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. Later today, Diablo speedrunner Mr. Llama will host a roundtable with members of the development team on the dedicated Diablo channel. If you are a Diablo 2 fan, I encourage you to take a look. So, from Diablo 2 Resurrected, to Burning Crusade Classic, to the Blizzard Arcade Collection, it's a whole lot of looking back, Blizzard. And in addition to what we'll be talking about during the show, we can't wait to tell you even more about our plans over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us 30 years ago what gaming would look like today, none of us could have predicted the current Blizzard lineup of games. The advances in technology are one thing, but it's really what those advances